All right, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. We're going to take a look at something a little bit sad now. In the build-up to Father's Day on Sunday, we know that many societies struggle with fatherlessness. Now, this is very interesting if you want to look at that topic. Boys Don't Cry. It's a personal documentary that will be screened on SABC 2 this coming Sunday, I believe 9 p.m. SABC 2 this Sunday for Father's Day. It explores the hard issues in the cycle of 3 generations of absent fathers. Teboho Pietersen, who has captured his own real-life story in a film, is here to chat a little bit more to us about this. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Teboho, I'm going to ask that we first play a short little clip so we can know what to expect of the film. Let's take a look. All right, we are going to line up that clip, and throughout the course of the interview, we'll keep on bringing it up because we're having 1 or 2 technical glitches. But let's talk about your real life story now. This is what you've captured in this. 3 generations of absent fathers. What happened? What went wrong?
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm very excited that SABC will be broadcasting the film. So it is a story where I was basically looking at my grandfather's own kind of journey, because he's a politician. So he was an anti-apartheid politician, and so he was exiled in 1960. So he left the country, and he had a 2-year-old son, and that was my dad. So immediately, because of his career and because of what he was doing, and because he was, an anti-apartheid activist, he was very much focused on that. And so his exile, of course, meant that he was not with his child, and that was my father. So that's where I thought it really began. But when I was exploring it even further, it turns out that my own grandfather also didn't have a present father, my own relationship with my father then came into kind of the spotlight. So then I thought, okay, this might have also the reason why I also don't have a relationship with my own father, because he also didn't experience the relationship with his own father.
Why didn't you have a relationship with your dad? What was the reason for that?
Well, I actually grew up with my grandmother for the first 10 years of my life. And I think that is something that is quite common, where parents at a young age, because he was at university, I just finished university, decided that it was best for my grandmother to raise me. He talks about the resources of raising, having a child at that age, So I think it's something that does happen. And then my father was also, I think, maybe not having experienced what it is like to have a present father, probably was a little bit more difficult. So he focused on, the church, and he focused on other things, and I think it's something that is quite common, where, a father is still around, but not really around.
Yeah, he's there, but he's not there.
Yeah.
And how did that make you feel?
No, I mean, I think naturally one wants to have a relationship with their father. But because I didn't grow up with him, I think it was always trying. I would love to have had an organic relationship where it wasn't like I was trying to have a relationship, where it was that, when I see kids with their with their fathers, growing up with their fathers, I do get jealous, and I think, I wish I had that same thing with my father. But I mean, that's part of why I did the documentary, so that I can,
It's an incredibly important documentary, I think, or piece of film, and it marries the two. So it's a personal journey that's taking a look at something that's quite important, especially in the fabric of society that we live in, where, as I mentioned, fatherlessness is so prevalent due to reasons sometimes beyond the control of an individual, sometimes maybe negligence, we don't know, let's leave that there. But also taking a look at the media aspect of it and why you decided to document it in this particular fashion. Just talk to us about these myriad of issues that come together in this particular piece.
Yeah, I think documentary. I mean, I'm a filmmaker, essentially, and I wanted to to really explore these. What looked like, as you said, amalgamation of different issues. There's this career, there's this politics, there's apartheid that we've just been through, and it was really rich in terms of content that I wanted to really explore. And I think the issues of fathers is such an important one in South Africa. There's so many people. I mean, like, what I'm encouraged most is when people watch the film and they begin to kind of explore their own issues about their own fathers and begin to have that conversation. So I thought it was really something that was worth worth talking about. You know, it was a theme that's really, really worth kind of exploring.
And it's something that I definitely think is worth watching this Sunday as well. So Sunday, it's it's not 2 p.m. SABC 2.
SABC
So
2.
it is our sister station because we're broadcasting on 404 at the moment. SABC 2, this coming Sunday is the 21st of June and it's at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So just at the end of the day, the kids have gone to bed. You've got a little bit of an hour and a half, maybe a little bit more to watch a little bit of TV. Make sure that you catch this. SABC 2, 9 p.m. this coming Sunday. Teboho, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Quick ad break. When we come back, a musical performance from the birthday girl. It's also Zambia's birthday today, and he didn't tell me this, so he's getting a little bit of